Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Fresh Out the Box. We're having some technical difficulties. We are streaming only on YouTube and Facebook tonight. But hey, welcome anyways. Tonight we'll be playing Fantasy Age from Green Ronin Publishing. I am still, even without Twitch, the Board Game Guru, Game Master Extraordinaire, Johanan.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. I'll be happy to reprise my role as Solwyn, the third Prince of the Sun.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, and I am reprising my role once more as Hernaz, the Orcish Arquebusier.
Me, of course, Aaron Baumier, also known as Aaron Dippity-Doo with two Ys, coming back as Balor Cressings, an even stronger cleric than the last time you saw her.
Excellent.
Oh, that's right. We caught a level and we got some new magic.
Yes, we did.
There's
It's
no
new.
wee mage. No.
Did you
Stronger.
get a new gun spell, Corbinian?
Gunkana.
You shoot better now.
Gunkata.
Actually,
Shoot better.
I got firearm style, so.
Yeah,
For
that'll
that.
do. That's a +2 to everything you do?
+2 when I aim instead of +1.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised that's not better.
That's pretty good, getting a bonus to your aim. You normally
That's
aim's
true.
just always +1. So that extra little bit. It's the later stuff that kicks ass.
I guess that's true. A flat 2 all the time with your minor action is pretty tasty.
Yeah. And
It
then the one
really
after
is.
that is getting to reload faster when I get Journeyman. So suddenly I can fire and shoot in the same round without waiting for stun points.
Johan, did you get any new spells, or did you?
Yeah.
Do you just still have the? Yeah. What did you get?
I have all of them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Slow down there, champ. What are you gonna get next level?
Hello.
I'm gonna make ones up next level.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna invent
Rocks
spells.
fall, you die.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
it's a good GA.
where we last left off, everyone was here last game, right? Or someone missing?
The three of us.
Thomas
were
was
here.
missing. It was the only
Yes.
person, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
So yeah, viewers, you might have noticed we were missing 2 players tonight. It's because they have dumb faces, and we didn't want to see them. That's why. No, I'm just kidding. They'll be back. But we're in Tourence. You guys finally made it to Tourence, which is a city, the capital of its own little country over here. Free of the king's rule, free of the Inquisition. It's nice to be back in places where you can openly worship and be yourselves. You guys got into a bit of trouble last game, but not too much. Just kind of, beat up a guy for some gambling debts. That's mostly okay. And then where we last left off, I believe you guys were getting drunk and partying at one of the crappy taverns near the wharf. But the day is new. The day is fresh. The sun rises and glints off of all the beautiful stained glass of the city, casting kind of a surreal vibe in the waking hours of the morning. I'm just going to say you woke up in the tavern that you drank in. Whether that be in the common room or if you got a room, I don't care.
100% common room for me because I'm broke.
Nice.
Compatriots, as I understand it, this is its own free, independent nation. So instead of waiting to speak with the king of that other place with the religious heretics and whatnot, perhaps we could speak to the council here and see if we can let them hear our cries for help before it's too late.
Yes, we might as well do both. We've already made an impression without inquisitors, so speaking with the leadership here in Tourence, which just adds to the list of allies we might be able to make out of this.
I don't suppose any of you are friends with the king here. You don't go back to grade school or anything, do you?
GM, do I happen to know none of the nobles because we're the wrong social strata, but through contacts, do I happen to know someone who works for the city government?
Go ahead and make a roll. with your contacts ability. I mean, so that's pretty fair, small, not too hard to know, but that's going to set the quality of person. So, like, bottom rung, I'll say you got one of the stable boys out of some trouble back when he was running with the Thieves Guild. He's very young. A stable boy.
I have heard of a former, in my wanderings in the south, I encountered someone who's turned to stablery with the city government here. I might be able to get some insights on who we need to talk to and what the lay of the land is for how helpful they may be to Feyborn or Templeborn, to put it that way.
Well, let us speak to your horse-faced friend and see if he can help us meet the king. If not, then we'll seek another means. We'll just, talk to the governor or whatever.
I don't think he's a horse person. I think they're in the north.
Oh, you said he was a stable boy.
Oh, yes, I thought you were implying he was actually a horse person.
Don't make me put horse people in the north.
Don't worry, they sing songs about friendship. I know what kind of magic they use.
Friendship Arcana.
Friendship.
So yeah, we'll have a little bit of breakfast, a little bit of whatever passes for tea or coffee here, and then we'll follow Harnasa's lead up to meet with the stable boy.
Just occurred to me I could have leveled up my contact ability, but oh well. Firearms is better. I'll
You don't need to know people when you can shoot people.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I'll clean up my gear, drink what little water I get, gruel is left to me, and begin trekking up the hill to the palace stablery.
Did anyone do anything noteworthy during the carousing last night? It's entirely up to you.
Hernaz would have been asking around either about if anyone knew of a cool firearm or an armor. Failing that, he would ask about Malnasto as usual. Any stories of a? Basically, he's either looking for a better weapon or he's looking for a white whale to hunt, as it were.
Gotcha. You will have, God, what was his name? You remember
Dude.
Oh yeah. Damn it! Why do I have that written down? Patchy deep depth perception. Yeah. His name's Patchy Depth Perception.
Good old Patchy.
Good old Patchy. He's gonna sit you down. He's gonna tell you a story about a white whale, and he's going to tell you Moby Dick. He's just gonna do the book for you, whether you know it's the book or not. It's unclear.
What is he genuinely telling me? Like there is a great monster whale out there, white of skin.
He's acting like that. Yeah, he's like, I heard tell of a great white whale. Call me Ishmael, and like he'll like start the whole book for you, and however you take it is.
Well, by that morning, the tales are so ringing in his heart. It really, Hernaz completely missed the point of the story, and has now remembered that he needs to find out about this white whale at some time in the future. How to find it. Maybe firearms will do better than spears.
Yar, and that be why capitalism's evil. Then he goes to bed.
I don't see what capitals have to do with it, Patchy, but...
Yeah, so your contact's name is Emidio. Emidio. Emidio Veltri. He's
Emidio Veltri. Stable boy. Of Tourence.
That name makes me think he's fast.
I was gonna say he must be very punctual.
It sounds like that, but it is just an Italian name, and it worked out that way.
He's actually very slow.
He's late to everything. Yeah, that's one of his quirks. He comes from a family of punctual people, and they just thought he would be it also.
He's the clockmaker's son.
So all the clocks are 3 minutes off.
So yeah, I'll head up to the stablery.
Yeah, so you'll head up to the stables. You'll have some trouble getting in, but he'll get you in. He can get you to the stable area. So you wind up going past some guards. You are now within the castle walls. I'll describe it a bit. It is all smooth. It's a very smooth wall going all the way up, made of some kind of brown stone. All the towers peak in conical points, kind of like the Disney Palace, like all those like conical points. Every single one of them flying a like purple into pink, like beautiful banner. All the windows in the main tower, which juts up high up, are stained glass. It's definitely a castle built for beauty, but you would imagine it would do pretty well in a siege. It is perched on the very top of a hill, with its back to a cliff. Pretty hard to fuck with. But he'll get you in. The stables are nice. You see some very beautiful horses in there, obviously well bred. Seems that this kingdom has money. But he'll get to his shoveling. Like, how can I help you? I don't know why. I don't like that.
You don't have to commit to that. You don't have to commit to Italian hands either. Make a third choice.
Rise above.
How can I help you?
That's no accident at all. No.
How can I be of service? Like that.
No,
you
I'm
see
good.
what you've done.
But yes, actually, I could use your help. My traveling companions are interested in speaking with the leaders of this city, but before we went around sticking our noses into someone else's home, maybe you knew what's been going on in these castle walls, at least by rumor's sake.
He'll look around. What exactly are you asking me, buddy?
Well, my elven friend here is seeking to ask them a favor, but I don't know how troubled or beleaguered the Tourence leadership is. If they want to give favors, or if they are eager to make new allies. We've had some trouble in the south, so I wanted to make sure the local rulers were a mite bit friendlier.
Look, Hernas, I'm gonna shoot you straight, bud. Come here.
I lean over.
No, he's gonna lead you somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'll follow after.
He's gonna lead you to a lone stable stall. It's a big stall with a horse running around in it. Seems like a special horse. It's very beautiful, solid black horse. Obviously thoroughbred. Obviously worth a lot of money. That's the king's prize stallion right there. He used to ride all the time. I saw him quite often, but I haven't seen him in a few weeks. Rumor is that he's ill, but they're keeping it all very quiet. They don't want people to know. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the issues of succession. But I'm just a stable boy, and I try not to, stare too close in that chair. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
See,
Mm-hmm.
you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You pay.
Well, I didn't hear it from you, so us our orcish ears are very keen. I must have heard a rumor somewhere else.
Great, what is the name of this fine steed?
Black Stallion.
That's a good one. This is Odadon.
I believe when we speak to the king, we should remind him of Odadon. Seems like he's due for a ride.
Sounds like it.
Also an Italian name.
Do you? All right. My friend, I hope to speak with you again and maybe do you a good turn as well as you've done me. But for now, I think I'll leave you to your work.
Hey, I got both my hands because of you, so consider us even, I guess. He'll be like, you could probably get in through there, and he'll nudge at the kitchen.
I'll pat him on the shoulder and nod at him and just walk over to the door. But I'll stop before walking through it, and look back at the two of you and say, are either of you skilled at treating illnesses or curses?
Incidentally, I can do. I'm not sure about curses. That might be something else. But any diseases or anything like that, any toxins even, there has been like a poisoning, then I can help with that. So.
Because we might be able to, if he is actually ill, we may be able to win fortune and favor if we do them a favor. If we can help. If he is actually ill, then we can actually try to help him. Then again, he could be just ducking everyone and playing hoop for all I know. So
What?
That's
Either
true.
way, I suspect there's something going on here that he could use our assistance with. It's always nice to have a group of expert outsiders come along.
That is true.
has your fair folk ever dealt with Tourence before?
Centuries ago, however, my people have not.
Well, let's find someone who looks sufficiently important and ask nicely to see the king and render whatever assistance he may require would be my suggestion. People are more wont to do you a favor if you do them one first.
Yes, I should hope he's willing to accept audience today. It would be egg on our face if we barge in and we're unwelcome.
One problem at a time. Push the door open and walk into the kitchen.
You walk into the kitchen. There are people going about their business. All of them wearing uniforms. It's pretty much just gray clothing with white aprons. Pretty plain. Out of sight, out of mind kind of stuff. But all their clothes are clean. The kitchen's clean. You don't see a lot of rodents running around or anything like that. It smells good in here. There's not like a huge pile of rotten vegetables that they're trying to outdo or anything like that. But you'll see a man wearing... Oh, God, how do you even describe this clothing? He's wearing puffy black velvet. Like crushed velvet. He has like the puffy shoulders, and like the sleeves don't go all the way down, and his pants are also similarly puffy, and they only go down to like his calf. He has the high socks and the buckles on his shoe. He has a fancy hat with a like a jet black feather going off the side, and he's like, you could tell he's being mean to one of the cook staff. Like he's berating them about something. Those are the only things of note going on.
I want to make a keen look around here, perception check, if I may, to look for anything that could be... I know you said there's piles of vegetables and stuff, but we already have a running... Perhaps he was poisoned idea.
Mm.
I just want to look around and see if there's a poison around here.
Yeah, you heard the king was sick. You're seeing if, like, maybe it could be environmental or nefarious means.
Yes, I have rolled a 15 perception. I'm just taking that extra second to really look around, maybe even open a drawer or two and look inside.
Man, so this food is nice, you notice. That's the first thing you notice. You'll notice one of the employees here is not dressed the same. He's wearing, like, white, solid white chef uniform, and he's giving the orders. He's bossing people around. They're preparing cuisine. Like, it is... Like, this food, you're looking at it, you're like, this is the best human food I've ever seen. Like, you
They're
didn't...
doing gastrology, right? They've got
Yeah.
like flavored air bubbles.
Bro, he's doing souffles, like, he's doing the whole nine, man. They're, like, drowning birds in alcohol and stuff. It's, like, kind of messed up, but...
Yeah, drown a quail in red wine.
They're doing all kind, man. You see foie gras, and you're like, oh, man. That's... Like, this is the
What terrible
fanciest
monsters
human
eat
food.
this stuff.
Yeah, right? It's pretty bad. But, yeah.
It tastes like cruelty.
You look you look through the drawers, you're going around, there's nice spices, you could tell. I guess you pick stuff up, you don't see any poison, but the things that you do see are spices from all over the realm. Some that might have even come from your realm. Like, there's a very high quality spice rack in here. And the staff seem genuinely pretty upbeat. Most of them aren't being berated. It's just that one. That's about it. You also notice all the exits. You know, there's a dumbwaiter. There's two different kinds of ovens. One's like wood burning and others like, you know, stovetop. Then there is a door that leads to like the back gardens, and then there's a door that leads inside like the main entryway, and then there's also a door that leads to what you would assume would be the quarters. So there's 3 exits here, a dumbwaiter, and then the way you came in.
I'm gonna wait first for this guy to stop berating the other guy. I'm kind of gonna wait for him to leave because he seems to me like he's trouble. He's already in a mood.
He is, yeah. He's berating. He's like, I can't give this soup to the king. This is a thin soup. The king needs substance. He'll like knock over a soup bowl, and then the chef will be like, "Hey," and the guy will like pull himself up like he's very important and leave.
I suppose if we follow him, he'll lead us to the king.
He certainly seems to know where he's at if he's taking soup to him. I think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna scamper through the closest set of doors to get out of here and try to tail this kid.
Start following this guy. It's fine until you're in like an empty hallway and it's just you guys. But you do, before that happens, you go through a hallway. There's art on every wall. There's statues on pedestals. The windows are drawn open. There's a nice breeze coming in. The curtains are lush material. It's the absolute height of any finery that any of you have ever seen, except for Gary. But it compares. It's comparative to the Fey Kingdom.
Yeah.
And you guys will walk. There'll be, people in the hallways, courtiers and pages and people running to and fro. It's very active, very alive. Some people will nod to you, but you'll follow this guy. Eventually, he'll cut up some stairs, and he'll the way he walks is weird. He walks very strangely. It's very deliberate. The way he walks, it's like a practiced, important person walk.
Give it a few seconds, and then I'll try to stealth up the stairs afterwards.
Give me the stealthy boy.
I'd love to. I've rolled a 15 with 1 stunt point.
It's not bad at all.
On mod at most, I would think. Or advantageous position.
It's true.
Yeah, you're good. Man, I love name generators, man. I didn't use them for the longest time because I can come up with names, but it's like, this is way easier.
Very much so.
I'm just,
There we go.
I didn't even know these were names.
I tripped up the stairs.
The two of you make it upstairs. No problem. You guys are stealthy. Belore, you... We'll say that you're just too obvious of a person. You're, a priestess of beauty. Someone notices. Someone... hello. Like, before, this is you failing your stealth check. Someone hits on you. Hello there. I haven't seen you in court before. Would you care to take a walk in the gardens with me?
I throw a glimpse back to see the other two scampering up the stairs. And sure, yeah, let's show me the way.
He'll offer his arm.
I'll take it.
He's an older gentleman. He's probably in his 40s. Dressed very similar to the other guy, except his colors are a little more bright. It is the fashion these days in this court in particular. Basilio Safraza, at your service. And he will take you through the gardens.
Basilio. So I'm just writing it down real quick. Something. Okay, cool. Sounds great. And I'm gonna
If you want me to spell his last name, it's Sfrerrazza. Safraza.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I picked that one. I was like, that's a good one. I like that.
That is a good one. So as he takes me out, I'm just gonna sort of humor him and play along and sort of just comment about the castle's beauty. So that's probably the most sincere angle I have, and just try to provide a distraction in the area so the other two.
He's going to inquire as to your marital status.
Oh yeah, no, I'm taken.
That's a shame. I have
sworn to.
I have 3 sons. I'm trying to offload into the world.
Yes. Wow. Well, good luck with that.
Do you have a sister? And that'll be kind of like the transition to the upstairs. The two of you disappear up the stairs.
Would this be an appropriate time to use an exploration stunt? Is this an exploratory scene?
Arguably.
If it fits, it's fine. Yeah.
It's 1 point for advantageous positioning. You make your discovery from an advantageous position of your choice up to 2 yards from the place that would normally lead to your discovery. So I did get the 1 stunt point for stealthing following this guy. I'm going to keep an advantageous position. So we're going to be behind cover and keep an eye on him down the hall. That thing where he doesn't have the chance to see us coming.
Yeah.
We're stealthing it real good.
We have a good read on when he's going to turn around and look. It's like, this is a good time to be in here right now.
Yeah, you'll be in the hallway by yourselves like I said you were going to, but this time you're in the right spot. Sorry,
I'll spend toward the same thing. That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm a little confused. Toyzilla Network rated us in Twitch, but I don't understand because we're not online on Twitch.
Toyzilla!
Maybe maybe they just rated out of habit and thought we were online, and now they're like looking at dead air.
Nice.
Hello.
Yeah. So. Anyway, this guy turns around and looks, doesn't see anything, but he continues into the room at the end of the hall, double doors, very grand. There are 2 guards stationed outside that door.
I believe we found our room.
Balora's got
I look around for something something you can grab in one hand, like a candelabra, a small stone, a gem, or whatever. Well, not gem, but you know what I mean. Something small.
You can find both of those things. Deal your
Cool.
shoes.
So I'm a gem richer. I keep looking. No, I'm just kidding.
I meant the stone and the candelabra.
Damn. The gems are stones. I'll stop. I'm gonna take the stone and I'm gonna lob it, so that it packs into like a weird area where it'll turn the guards away from the door long enough for us to go whoop right into the door. Some Hitman BS.
You're gonna try and video game logic them? All right, let's see the roll.
Yeah. Do you want this to be an accuracy roll or a stealth dexterity roll? Because I can see either of those firing.
Accuracy, right?
Yeah, it's
To
fine.
land it in the right
Accuracy's
spot to make
good,
the
yeah.
noise.
Oh shoot!
Damn!
What's your video game logic?
19 with 5 stunt points.
So you wing it, it rebounds off of a wall, and then goes through a window at an awkward angle and breaks the glass. But it looks like it came from like the other side of the hole. And so they're like, "Hey!" And they see some
Like a
kid over there.
priceless stained glass
Yeah.
window worth like $500,000.
Yeah, like a
shatters.
nice window
We're both
shatters.
Like, oh!
And then they see
It
some
goes
kid
to-
down the hallway. And they're like, "Hey! You stop!" And they start chasing this kid down the hall.
Taxpayer money.
The kid watched us throw the stone though.
He
It was
knows
an
who
orc
really...
and an elf.
It was an orc and an elf. They're hiding behind the statue.
Yeah, sure, kid, sure. Like we wouldn't notice an orc and an elf in a hallway.
They're just mercilessly beating him.
Oh man.
He's like 8. Poor kid. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, I'll with that thorough distraction, I'll kind of wave someone after me and just very quickly rush to the room because I don't know how long that's gonna last. There is a half moment where he's kind of like when it bounced off, he's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it broke the window. That's not what I was going for." Well, whatever, you know.
So you open the door.
Shoot the king. Sorry.
I'd be like kind of mad, but like also like, hey,
Changed up.
we're
What?
playing a different game now. Oh
For
boy,
the try, bang. Okay. Sorry.
played that one close to the chest. Yeah. So you guys enter. You open this giant door. It's huge. It's like way bigger than it needs to be. You're in a room that's much taller than it needs to be. You see a 4-post bed, very grand.
It's
made
got
of-
8 posts, 4 more than it needs.
It's
to
got
have.
more posts than it needs. The what do you call them? The curtains are drawn all around it. They're open on one side. There sits a girl in a chair, very beautiful, incredibly beautiful young woman, probably in her early 20s. She's wearing a very lovely purple dress that's embroidered with what looks like silver. And her hair is done in a very elaborate way. She seems like she's probably some rich girl. And then you see the man in the black crushed velvet at the bedside, talking to whoever's in the bed, and then the girl as well.
I'm gonna like duck to the side and try to pull her Nasa to the side too. Like, let's wait till that pissed off guy is out of here.
Okay. I'll follow your lead on that.
I rolled an 11, and if that's a success, as with 2 stunt points, I will spend a +2 if I'm allowed to.
You're gonna spend a +2 to give you +2 to give you 13?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
And there's not a vampire bites here to make it happen, but I would like to use my vampire points.
You both skirt off to the side. The man in black stops talking, and he like goes to the door, and he's like, he looks out, and then he closes it. You're like, huh? Need to have that fixed. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. This kingdom falls apart while your father is as he is. We need to do something. My father's gonna get better. You'll see. And they'll have a back and forth. It'll get kind of heated. He'll bring up succession. They need to marry her off soon. You need to be We need to get you a husband so that someone is here to take the king's place. Otherwise, it will cause strife in the kingdom. You don't understand. You're too young. And talk with their hands. Whatever. I'm getting some gabagool. And he like leaves.
All right, this is our chance. I can't. This happened. This went pretty well. Is there a lock on this side of the door?
I'd imagine so.
Yeah, I would imagine so too. Yeah,
I'm gonna lock that. I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm gonna lock that lock, and then then Corbanian pulls out his gun. No,
no one will overhear it.
I'll lock the lock and then start like walking over to them. My hands are in front of me. I've got like my hands in my sleeves. I'm walking all proper and royal. Sorry to intrude.
Ha! She'll let out like a noise. She'll jump to her feet and she will look around very quickly and like unsheath a dagger from the bedside.
We are not assassins, but ambassadors.
Who let you in
We're not
here?
from this realm and don't understand how all of this works. But I should wish to speak to the king of people.
If you come any closer, I'll scream. They'll hear. The guards are out in the hall.
Are you the king?
What?
Are you the king?
She'll look at you. No, I'm not the king. I'm a woman.
Well, in the land from which I hail, women can be kings as well.
A female ruler is called a queen.
No, they can be an emperor, an empress, or a king. They can be a carl, a jarl, whatever else they choose to be. It's only a title, so no, you're not the king. Is that the king there, laying in this bed?
Stay away from him.
From the shadows, Hernaz just shakes his head, just kind of like, well, hopefully this works.
We've heard he's unwell, and we travel with a healer.
Who's we? Are you visible, Hernaz?
Well, I'm staying hidden if I can.
She'll like look past you. There's more of you?
Yes, there are 4 more of us.
You can see the king from here. He's in his like bed gown. He's under the covers. He looks small, like he's shrinking. He's holding the covers like this. Like his eyes, like the whole area around his eyes are like black from like deep sunken bags. His face looks like it's like melting. It looks like he's just collapsing inward on himself. He does not seem to be asleep though. His eyes are open. You can hear like low like.
My liege, you appear unwell.
He doesn't respond.
How long has he been in this state?
She'll kind of relax a little bit since you haven't like tried to kill her yet. It's been a few weeks.
This seems an unnatural illness. Does this befall many of your people?
There have been rumors of it throughout the kingdom, yes.
I've seen nothing of this sort. May I go and retrieve my healer friend and return here? You see, it's only the conversation I wish to have. And if we can help, then I should love to help your father post haste and then speak to you about what pressing matters I have.
If what you say is true, then go open the door.
Sorry about your window. And I'll go open the door.
One of the guards will be like rubbing his hand because it hurts from beating that child so mercilessly. It's like, oh man, kids just get tougher and tougher. I remember when you could beat a kid all day, you didn't feel a thing. But yeah, so there'll be a guy there. She'll be like, oh right, let me see. Let me look at my Italian names here. Oh man, that's a really good one, but I can't say that. Yeah, there you go. Silvano. Yeah. Hey, Silvano. Can you come in here? He'll turn and he'll see people. Oh, and he'll like put his hand on a sword. He'll half draw it. Be like, no, Sylvana, it is okay. They are my guests.
Every time someone does that, Solwyn like looks confused and then looks down at their sword and looks at their hand as they're drawing their weapon.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, same thing when she drew her daggers. Like, what are you doing? I'm just standing here.
What is that?
What is that exactly?
What's aggression? I don't understand.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Corbinian, are you talking?
Yeah, sorry. I muted my mic. At that moment when the guy was drawing his sword and she was telling him to stop, that's when Hernas probably stepped out of the shadow and leveled the arquebus at him and said, "Wouldn't do that."
Whoa, everybody, let's just calm it down here.
He is calm. This is him calm.
I don't know about this. Lower your weapon, she'll say to you.
Him first.
You first, she'll say insistently.
This musket ball will blow apart his head like a melon if he does not put that sword down. He is not hurting him. He's under my protection.
There are more where he comes from.
But
Silvano looks like less convinced. He's like, a melon ball. You say he'll put his sword down on his own.
And I'll just kind of shoulder the rifle with rather calmly. It's like, good.
That was fun.
The
say
the other guard will come in as well. The other guard will come in. Well, I finished burying the kid. No, I'm just kidding.
Someone was gonna get shot if you said that.
Finished wiping.
He was already split in two halves. I didn't know if I should put him in one grave or two, so I dug two.
Almighty.
I got done pulling his teeth out of my boot. God, why is this so funny? Alright, so, anyways, he didn't do any of that. The other guard comes back. Man, that kid sure can run. I wonder who's going to have to pay for that. Oh, no! And he looks at you guys and they're like, it's okay. They'll go through the whole song and dance.
He starts to pull his sword. Hernasa pulls a gun. He tells him to put it down again.
Yeah. Silvano, please escort my friends here to retrieve their colleague and have them return to me post-haste.
A war has Belor gotten off to. Likely the gardens, right? That's a beautiful place.
Yeah, he'll lead you. You guys will go. You'll reconnect. She'll be turning down all 3 marriage proposals. Oh no!
Oh no! She really turned down it.
An accident. I did. I was like, I'm gone. So you came to me though, right?
Yeah.
You found me.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
They're escorted by a guard now.
If there's a look of concern on my face, just seeing you being escorted by a guard.
Oh, it's no concern at all. This is our personal friend, Silvano. And he has instructions to lead us back to the princess. You see, the king is in very... I'll lean closer so that no one's listening to us. The king is unwell. He's very sick. We shouldn't like to spread these rumors around these people, no telling who's who and what they'll do with that information. But we have been permitted to return and see the princess.
I'll look to the person who has been giving me attention at this moment.
Basilia.
If you'll excuse me, I have serious matters to attend to.
But of course. He'll bow and like kiss your hand. And he'll leave as proudly as he can. Broke some hearts today.
There's a lot of them out here trying to get broken, apparently. And lead the way, Silvano. That was your name, right?
Yeah, it's Silvano.
And I say, don't worry. I am the healer, and I'm going to put my hand up and use... What is it called? Arcane Mantle, which is one of those minor arcana things. that just kind of, my hand kind of glows with that same shimmering glow you see when I cast my spells. But they kind of put it out just to kind of demonstrate the arcana that I have to offer to heal their king.
Oh, wow. He'll seem genuinely impressed. Be like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, let's hurry then. And he'll spirit you off up the stairs. Back up the stairs, everyone's together. Failed stealth
Into the
roll,
king's
only
chamber.
inconvenienced. Yeah, into the king's chamber. The guy will be back. The black crushed velvet. He'll be like, no, the princess told me no outsiders.
Princess, this is the hero I told you of, the lady below. I'll just look through the guy like he's not there.
He'll get in your face. He's shorter than you are. He'll huff and puff. You can't be seriously entertaining these people and letting them in here with the king. We do not even know their names.
I am Solwyn, third son of the sun, prince of the summer court.
See, what did I tell you, princess? All nonsense.
You speak to a fair folk. It would be unwise to create enemies you don't need.
Ha! I have seen fairer folk than him. He'll say, just in an insulting manner. He's just a dick.
I'll look over at someone kind of confused, like, no, I'm pretty sure he hasn't. Like, sort of like, no.
My eyes just pop open. Damn. I should like to see them very much.
Whatever happens, princess, it is on you. And he'll leave again. Don't mind him. He's been stressed lately.
Yes, these are trying times for us all.
Yes. Most certainly.
And this is your healer.
Yes,
She is
that
much
is I.
more than my healer, but yes, this is the lady below.
I am Cecilia.
And I'll do a curtsy or whatever in respect.
She'll do whatever princesses are supposed to do. I don't know if they curtsy. I don't think they curtsy back. I think she does like a
A
weird...
slight nod to acknowledge her
Yeah, she
existence.
acknowledges
That's
you.
it.
I'm acknowledged.
Witness me!
That'll be all, Silvio. And he'll leave. Close the door.
Well, princess, I am a follower of Washalia, and as you may know, we do have some powerful healing arcana that I can offer. I'm not sure if I'm going to kind of look at the king as I'm saying this. Exactly the right manner of spell, but I can certainly try everything I can.
We've had many try already, but I see no problem letting you as well.
Thank you.
What are you gonna do to him?
So I'm gonna sit next to him, like on my knees, kind of, at the bedside. Unless there's a chair there that's open, I'll take a chair.
Yeah, there can be a chair.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out some candles and an incense, and just before lighting the incense, I look to the princess and I say, "Do you mind?"
Whatever you need to do.
I'm gonna go ahead and light that and just kind of set a vibe with the things, with the candle and stuff. And I'm going to just sort of do.
The violinist
Like,
starts playing Careless Whispers.
It's perfect. So I'm going to just do like a medical sort of look, as well as like a spiritual one, with
Yeah.
the Chirurgy as well as other stuff. So
Go ahead and give me a Chirurgy check.
Chirurgy check. I think that's just this technically. 9 with 3 sum points, if that's 9 enough.
9 is not quite good enough. He has whatever's wrong with him is very wrong. But you can tell because you're like, huh, this guy's been awake for a long time. Like looking at him, he's awake right now. His eyes are like bloodshot. The bags. his hair is brittle, his fingernails are brittle. He's just like decaying. But it looks like, as far as you can tell,
check other players' character sheets when they're not here.
Yeah.
I think does Hector Adonis have sleep?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't think so.
Maybe he doesn't. I felt like he did. He used it early on, and he hasn't used it since then. But maybe I'm just misremembering.
Well, while you're looking that up, I'll just say to the king, once I make that realization that he's just been awake for a really long time, I say, we'll get your rest soon, my liege. Like, just kind of like to him.
He'll like weakly raise his hand. You can hear it creaking. Oh yeah, I meant to say earlier, Hector and Lawrence are in jail.
Okay.
I just felt like if the Pirates missed the game, they probably are in jail.
I think that's totally fair.
Makes sense.
Drunk tank.
Yeah, they're in like the holding cell. Nothing serious. They'll be out with very convenient timing. But yeah.
They were fast as lightning. Sorry.
Oh
They were
wow.
going to switch the wheels on a cart, but they got caught mid switching the wheels, and the
So it
guy
just
thought
looked like they were stealing
the
them.
wheels.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Perfect.
No, we were just putting them on the other cart.
Just a prank gone wrong.
Tell it to the judge. But yeah, so that's what you discern, which is a
Hey.
fair diagnosis. You just don't have like a lot more to go on.
What I will say though, I'm actually gonna look to Solon, and I will tell Solon, he's been awake for some time. I just throw that out, and I say give it to Solon on the concept that it might be irrelevant to the issues of his kingdom.
I wonder what plagues him in his sleep that forces him to stay awake.
I'm gonna go ahead and try. We'll try the spell Cure, just to go ahead and, after examining him and saying those things, then I'll close my eyes, I'll call to Washalia and try to
Oh no!
cure. Wow.
Read me the
Wow.
text on Cure. Oh, you failed it anyways, huh?
I failed it anyway. That did not come through.
Would you? Oh, you guys don't have any boons.
The good thing is with spells, you can try again. It's just you waste the MP.
Hey, you can
Yes.
give it another go.
Let me double check what the MP is on that.
You probably just burn
Oh,
through it.
no.
Oh, spell
It's
just
horrible.
fizzles. It's expensive.
It is expensive. That's okay, because we're gonna have to try it again. So the text on that says, any ongoing effects of disease ends. Curing, at the GM's discretion, curing exotic, unusual, or magical diseases may have a higher target number or MP cost.
Alrighty.
So there's another try. There we go. There's an 18.
Much better. I love that, and that wording sounded really good too.
That wording's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll let out a breath. His eyes will close, and she'll stand. The princess will stand up. You killed him, and he is just laying there. And then eventually he'll take a breath, like right when you're like, "Oh shit, he's dead." He'll
I
breathe
cured
in.
him of his condition of life.
You're welcome.
But he
shall be praised.
he does fall asleep.
That's just killing people.
And I say, relax, princess. Look, he breathes. He has been awake for, I can't say quite how long, but far too long that anyone should. And he rests now. You should wake up feeling much better whenever that comes along.
With your cure check of an 18, you can tell that you did stop some sort of magical effect.
Nice.
You're not sure what. It definitely seems like it was something deliberate being caused by something. You're not sure what though.
Well, I will ask though. the princess say, I'll say, I know as a king, I'm sure he has many enemies as a king, tends to gather, but what about any dealings with strange artifacts or dare I say, demons or creatures from other planes? Has there been any talk or discussion or anything relevant to that, even recently?
I mean, you hear rumors, but nothing credible.
Do you remember what the king was involved with before he was bedridden?
I mean, tending to the affairs of the kingdom, riding his horse and raising hell. He was very lively. The kingdom currently does not have too many serious woes, although the trouble on the mainland is affecting everyone.
Yes.
But nothing. No, I mean, the people loved him, or love him. Even his advisor, who seemed so angry before, he's just stressed out because the king is unwell, and the kingdom could fall if, he dies without a proper heir.
Right. Well, whatever it is, it seems that he has been targeted by some form of dark magic, and while I have stopped it, I'm not sure when he will awake or where this is coming from.
Well, surely you will stay to watch over him.
Yes, of course.
Okay, then.
For some time. However, we will not remain here indefinitely. As we spoke before, we have quite a pressing issue at hand, and we would very much like your consideration in an alliance.
An alliance? With who?
With the High Elves of the Fae.
You represent all the High Elves of the Fae. She'll
Yes,
say
I do.
doubtingly.
Yes, indeed I do. I have the misfortune of bearing that torch at this time. And I wish it was under better circumstances.
And as you likely know, Princess, the troubles of the fair folk become the troubles for us. Very quickly.
I suppose so. Well,
This is what I've had the hardest time trying to get across to people. They feel like if the threat isn't coming for them, then it's not yet a threat.
isn't it maddening? It's too
Yes.
real. That's too real, bro. Well, I will see what I can do for you, but until my father wakes, I have no other priority.
All we request is your ear, and nothing else. You see, to be heard is treasure enough.
And you shall have it, but you must stay, at least for a while.
Well, we have two friends who we believe have been arrested by some of your local town's guard. You see, our friends are quite rowdy. They're not the type of folk to bring here to the council. So we should like them released and perhaps their things brought up here. We also have a ship moored down at the dock, and if you could help us waive those charges, that would be most appreciated.
I can see what I can do.
Is there anything we can see to here in Tourence in the meantime? You see, we're very adept at solving problems, not just healing disease. Surely there's something we can do to hurry more favor.
Your only concern is the king and his well-being.
I wonder, what was the last thing your king was doing before he fell ill?
Went to bed.
Before he went to bed. Did he go for a walk, go for a ride?
He went for a ride.
You happen to know where on the island?
She'll tell you. She'll give you location-based data.
I look to Solon and Belor. It may, while we're waiting, it may prove useful to look around to see if anyone with darker intentions may have intervened against this king.
I agree. The best way we can help the king now is to check that area, check that field, and see if something evil has befell him.
We have encountered strange happenings elsewhere, so perhaps it is merely a rival of some sort of your king, but if it's something else, we may find evidence of it out in the field. If I were to hurt a king, I wouldn't try to hurt him in the confines of a well-fortified castle. It'd be easier to do so from an open field or as he's riding.
I shall sit with him until you return. But she'll let you go. Yeah.
We'll go back downstairs, pop through the kitchen, because that's the way that we know. Head up to the stables.
As we're walking through the kitchen, I'll just grab some random, sweet roll.
Oh, I'm going to try to bump into the guy with the hat that's all pissed off.
Heck, I'm on the way out.
He'll shout at you in Italian.
Yes, I'm sorry that we got off on the wrong foot. We were able to help the king fall asleep and get some rest, as it were. We're going to go check the field now and make sure nothing evil has befallen him. My name is Solwyn, and I represent the High Elves of the Sun Court. I have no ill intention here and did not mean to make an ill acquaintance of you.
Oh, when you said bump in, you just meant see.
Yeah.
Not...
Yeah, I thought you shoulder checked him.
No, I didn't check him down the stairs. I just wanted to just say, I want to say my little bit.
He'll do
half
a bow. He'll do a half a bow that's not as deep as it should be, for sure.
I meant no disrespect. However, the king's health was the most pressing thing at the moment.
You may call me Gandolfo Duro.
That sounds like a made-up name.
It is.
Most names are.
All names are.
All names are, yeah.
Well, some are destined for us, like Hernas. That's a destiny.
The king is truly finally asleep. You have done well. He'll seem kind of relieved.
All of the congratulations go here to the fine lady below.
He does
Please.
seem relieved. Oh, thank you as well, my lady.
Oh, it was nothing. Truly another miracle for Shalia.
Can I fire a perception at this guy to see if his relief is genuine or if he's just making faces for our benefit?
Sure. You might be making faces for your benefit. You don't trust him. He seems false.
I'll kind of get up in his face a bit. You'll make sure you're king as well, right?
Of course. It is my job, after all.
We all have our jobs. I tap him somewhat roughly on the shoulder with the rifle, like I'm literally just I'm partially clubbing the guy, just thunk, and then just that's Hernas intimidating someone he thinks is nefarious, but nothing knows better. After that, I just walk off away from him, just disrespectfully, not bowing, not paying him any attention beyond that.
Let's have a nice trip back to the slums. And he'll brush his shoulders off, because you're poor. And he's going to walk away.
Okay.
He's going to hit
This
you with
guy.
the classes insult. Yeah.
Mm.
No, he's definitely a this guy. But you go back out to the stables. You see Emidio. Hey, you guys didn't get killed. That's nice.
Yes, in fact, we were invited to stay here.
Ah, that's ain't that swell.
Yes, that's the opposite of getting killed. In fact, they like us very much.
Well, dungeons would kill you. Slowly.
Isn't being born the opposite of being killed?
I was ready for that.
We all just stop and ponder in the stable. All four of us are just standing around, just like,
It's a slow death. Well, can I help you guys with anything else?
Do you know anything about that? The Bois Glade, basically where the king was riding.
weeks ago when the king went for his last ride.
Yeah, I know.
Can you point it that way?
I know where it is, yeah.
And do you have some horses that we may borrow to expedite the journey?
Well, I suppose so. He'll lead you to the not as good horses. They're still nice.
Okay.
But you could tell that they're definitely, like, horses used for work and servants. But I can offer you these horses. They're not thoroughbred, but they're still very nice. Except that one. That one's soft-brained.
I should very much like to ride Odin. The king's horse that hasn't been ridden for weeks now, it should very much like to go for a ride. A horse like that, of that magnitude.
I'm pretty sure they would castrate me, so I'm going to say no.
Oh, don't worry. I'll tell no one. It'll be our little secret.
It doesn't matter if you tell anyone. I think.
Please don't make my friend into a horse thief.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
I don't want to steal the horse. Just ride it out to the glade and back. It's a magnificent creature.
I don't even know what the punishment would be for that, man. Like, I think they might get creative.
I don't think they'd mind at all.
Well, that's nice. But I'm going to have to offer you these horses. He's like totally, he's not willing to risk that.
Fine. We'll ride the free horses then.
But he'll help you get them saddled.
Hernas refuses, just waves off a horse as he eyes the beasts and with discomfort, like, nope, I'm not riding that. I'm not getting in the back of a monster. Those things can bite and kick. No, thank you.
It's like me in real life.
Yeah.
I do not like horses. They're
Here,
terrifying.
Hernas, I gotcha. He'll see that you're nervous. He'll offer you one. Like, she's a sweetheart, man. Not a nicer horse in the stables.
Well, the problem is, remember that time I saved you and I said I was going to bring a horse? Well, I tap my arquebus on my shoulder. This is very loud, and horses do not react very well to very loud noises, especially when you're riding them.
No, you can take that one then. He'll point at the soft-brained one. He's deaf.
Gives it a shrug and carefully climbs on the horse.
The horse is
Clearly
looking at
not.
you, and his eyes just slowly drift apart.
I'll rub it on its head like good horse.
It's gonna kick its leg like a dog.
Hernas looks very confused because horses don't do that.
But yeah, y'all.
Fine animal indeed.
You guys get on your horses and you head off to investigate this last ride of the king.
Oh man, that's a metal song.
We're gonna go ahead and take our break.
Ooh.
And we'll be right back with more fresh out the box action.
Flavor.
Fresh out the box! Fresh out the box! Fresh out the box!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Fresh Out, the Box Plays Fantasy Age. We're still here. We're still doing it. Kicking it old school.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. You should check that out. It's fun. And I'll be reprising my role as Solwyn, the third son of the Summer Court.
I'm A.D. Springer, also known as Corbinian, and I shall be reprising my role as Hernas, the Orcish Arquebusier.
It's me, Aaron Baumier, also known as Aaron Deputy Do with 2 Ys from Adventure Slang Productions. Hey, check us out at adventureslang.com. Anyway, I'm back as Valor Crossings.
Did you just plug your shit? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you guys get your horses and you head on out. Your horse kind of runs a little funny there, Corbinian, but
Got character, though.
a little goofy. It's a bit of a goofy horse, but
Oh, I'm a goofy-footed horse. Awesome, I can do so many tricks. Skateboard joke.
So yeah, you guys ride to the glade, led by Amgidio, to try to figure out what happened with the king. Once you get out of the castle grounds and you get into like the royal woods, things are pretty nice. It's a very nice forest. No horrible desecration or anything obvious like that you can see. You can hear birds chirping. You can see the sun breaking through the leaves. It's a beautiful day in the glade. But he'll take you to all the highlight spots. There's a waterfall. Pretty nice. There is, and then there's a glade. There's a nice meadowy, full of flowers, clearing in the trees. The horses seem to enjoy grazing there.
I'll search around 2 places. First, the areas where he's leading us on the I'll examine some of the ground we've been walking across with the horses, just see if there's any weird runes or anything like that. I doubt it's that easy.
Sure.
But I'll look just to be thorough. The other thing I'll look for is every so often I'll unhorse and I'll go to like a nearby bush or tree, like somewhere where a good hiding spot where, because I know they don't need to shoot the guy, they just need to be able to see him to cast. So I'm finding like spots where someone could hide and go spell and then duck behind a tree or something like that.
Absolutely.
And see if there's any like signs of scorching or magical shenaniganry.
Lay it on me, buddy. It's not bad. You see none of those signs, but you can kind of see, you see a path that someone has ridden many times, for sure.
It's not the main one that our guy's been leading us on.
Mostly, yeah.
I found a new path over this way.
No, same path. Same path.
Oh, okay. So that's the... Okay.
Yeah. He's leading you on the way the king tends to ride. It seems like it's a well-worn path. There are places where he might have gone off track.
Okay, but there's no weird new path that
No, you don't see any sign of like you don't see anything. It doesn't look like there was anyone else out here really, from what you could tell from your immediate lookings.
Is there any arcane way to detect or sense magic cast recently? I tried to look with my eyes and feel with my hands, but I know that there are things that are beyond the eye's sight and the ear's hearing.
Yes, certainly there are magic detection spells. However, I'm not well versed in that type of magic yet. I do intend on learning some more. However, maybe I could look around and see if I see any arcane clues, such as spell components or something left about. I see if something was cast around here.
You make a magic boy test for me.
While you're doing that test, I'm just gonna throw in also. I don't. The that is not one of the teachings of Washalia, detecting magics. We have generally have no interest in pursuing magical arcanas of other kind, just in helping those who are in need.
It's not the highest roll, but it doesn't need to be that high because it's something you're familiar with. When you're in the glade, you can sense that you're near a Fey crossing.
We're in a place of natural beauty. There is a Fey crossing here. Whatever touched him is not from this realm but mine.
Ha! Emilio will laugh. Be like, ah, come on. What? Like he got got by like a spookin or something?
Yes, almost certainly.
Be surprised what we've seen so far just ourselves.
He'll think about that. He'll like get the willies. He'll be like, ugh.
Yes, I wouldn't wander into the hedge maze alone at night if I were you. Places of great beauty can be places of great danger.
Now that you're looking though, you can definitely see Fey signs.
It's safe for us.
It is unnaturally beautiful here. Some of the species of flower seem questionable, whether they're supposed to be here or not. And you see the telltale mushrooms, mushroom lines, and strange paths through the tree.
Yes, this is almost certainly what he touched. One of these flowers or one of these mushrooms would have certainly put him in a state unable to sleep. Just as they can do the opposite, make one sleep forever.
This unnatural beauty, it's strange.
Yes, interesting. How does that feel being a cleric of Wishalia? There is something unnatural about this, and you are aware. Yes.
Washalia teaches about the beauty in all things, and so most often we find the imperfection to be that is most beautiful. It is too beautiful. It is something. It is not right.
Yes, there's something foul at play here.
You can hear a low hum. It seems it's kind of like a sing-song humming in a low rolling sound coming from inside the forest.
I'll kind of have rifle and like holding it in the middle. I'll just kind of hunker down and I'll start creeping toward the sound, trying to get close to it without alerting whatever's making that noise.
Yep. Yeah, we're doing a cool thing. You're doing it, and we're all stealthing behind you, and it looks awesome.
You're walking into the woods. You step through a couple mushrooms, a little mushroom line. You step over it as you walk into the trees. The two of you don't notice anything, but Sloan, you notice that you're crossing over currently. But you'll pursue the sound, Ernest, and you'll get like right on top of it. Like it's coming from like right in front of you, but you don't see anybody. You're standing there next to a big tree. You just hear.
Is it coming from straight ahead or is it coming from like up?
Like straight ahead.
I'll slowly like turn. Actually, no, I'm holding my rifle like this, so I'll just kind of reach out a bit and kind of tap the tree in front of me with the butt of the rifle, just to see if it's actually there or it's just some sort of illusion.
The noise will stop, but yeah, the tree's there.
Hello?
You'll hear. It sounds like something's climbing the bark. You hear the bark like moving.
Ooh, I back away a little bit. Don't like that.
The tree kind of creaks a little bit. Where are you?
I'm next to this large tree.
No, the other side. Let me get a look at you.
I'll walk around the tree.
There's no one over there. And you don't see anything immediately. But then when it starts talking, you can see the face sticking out of the tree. Oh, there you are. An orc. Not
Tree.
often do such creatures wander into our realm. They are usually too keen of instinct.
We seek out who poisoned a human king, and the
Who is
investigation led
we?
this direction.
Bring the rest of your friends where I could see them.
Hell yeah.
Y'all poke
Hello,
out.
tree.
Oh, Solwyn.
Yes, I have spoken to many trees in the mortal realm, and none of them as interesting or knowledgeable as yourself. I've missed you a great deal, my friend.
It is good to see you as well.
I see you've met
Things-
Hernasa.
Yes, we're becoming fast friends.
Yes, he's a good man indeed. This here is the lady below. She's a cleric of Wishalia. And she too is fine company.
The lady of the
Isn't-
cloth of the mortal realm. How interesting.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Sir Tree.
Do you bear the might of your god?
I think I am simply a vessel.
Curious. Strange magics in the lands of men and women.
Indeed. Tree, we are happy to inform you that there are two more to our party. However, they're predisposed and you shan't have to meet them. And I find that to be splendid indeed.
What a peculiar detail.
While we're here, Tree, we recently spoke to a king. This king was very sick. We believe he might have eaten something from here or come in contact with someone from here. Have you seen a man on a great black stallion in these parts?
I see many things. That is one of them, I suppose. So long ago.
We have all the time in the world, Tree. Could you regale us with the tale of the man on the black horse?
He came riding through. He turned around and went back out from whence he came. I never saw him again. But others followed him through the portal. Things have gotten bad here since you left.
Did the others who followed him through the portal, did they come back again?
I have not seen them, no. But the Darklings have their ways of travel.
How have things changed since I've been gone? How long has it been?
It feels like forever. Nightmares rule these realms now. Sneaking into the human world. Taking their dreams. What a shame. What a shame.
Yes, they dream powerful there indeed.
I do not know why the ones that work with your brother would seek the dreams of humans.
It has been said that humans' dreams are more powerful than the dreams of anyone else. Their aspiration, their nightmares.
Interesting. Two came in, horse and man, but 4 left to the human land. Travel careful. In the dark. for the night brings terrors.
We shall be on guard, Tree. Thank you.
He'll start humming again.
So perhaps it was these other creatures, these darklings, it called it, that inflicted that sleep, that lack of sleep on that king.
And yes, they may still lurk around here somewhere. They may, and it seems they may strike at night. These are our leads. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled and see if there's something afoot in this kingdom.
Is that really what they say, by the way, about human dreams?
Well, sure. The humans are the only mortal race to ascend to godhood, after all.
That is interesting.
What a
Something I had
human
never
can
really
do
considered.
with 50 or 60 years is only the blink of an eye for the rest of us. It's your dreams that give you this power. Nothing else.
Muscle and steel get you much. Or musket ball, I suppose.
Yes, and that's why they don't seek the dreams of the orcs.
It gets very, very, very cold. And the light starts to fade.
I believe it's time for us to leave this place at once.
The tree stops humming.
The rifle is in my arquebus is held in two hands, and I creep very carefully back the way we came.
Was banished from this place and believe we may have overstayed our welcome.
As you're leaving, you can hear heavy, heavy, heavy hoof falls and the clang of metal.
I start leaving a little bit faster and a little bit faster until we're leaving in a full sprint.
You hear a very deep sound of some sort of horse doing a little like whinny, but it's like like very deep. Like he drank like a whole case of Bud Light.
Hell yeah.
Can I tell how close it sounds like it is?
It's pretty
How
close.
much time we have?
It's heading towards you.
I'm going to, as people are running, I stop and drop to a knee and level the rifle, getting ready to aim at whatever's running after us. Because I get that sinking feeling of I don't think I can outrun a horse.
You'll see it. You'll see it coming into view. It is a large, armored, humanoid shape astride a massive black horse.
Ah, damn it!
And he's not running, just walking through the woods. Walks past the tree that you guys were talking to. He stops. Starts looking around. You can hear him sniffing.
I'll kind of come up off my knee and just kind of start creeping backward back to where the other two ran off. Just like, I'm trying not to draw your attention, but if you start running at me, I'm going to shoot it. Because I'm hoping he doesn't see me.
Give me a stealth check.
Sure.
$14 with 4 stun points. Pretty respectable.
Very nice.
I rolled low. Does not pursue you.
What do I have again? 3? Was it?
What? 4, yeah. You slip back through. You're back in the normal glade.
I will throw as I'm leaving and I'm escaping him. I'll throw a that makes me wonder to give myself a free perception test to try to get, if nothing else, a detailed description that I can regale someone else with, and it be very accurate.
Go ahead, and you have to make a perception test.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't get some points from this roll though, because it's a profit of my stun. So 14, but stun points do not.
Almost the exact same roll. That's funny.
Yeah.
No, you do get a very detailed description of him. He seems to be some sort of man, very large man, in a black suit of armor. It has like ridges all up the front. That the helmet has like bat-like wings coming off the back of it. He is carrying what looks to be a long sword, but to you it would probably be more of a great sword. And he also has on his back what looks like a really big lance. And the lance is just pure black. It looks like it's made of solid obsidian.
And this description I regale Solon and Balor with after like the slow backing up, and then once I realize as I'm walking back into like hearing you guys behind me, it's like lower rifle and then turn. Like I seem super tense, and I just slowly relax and turn around.
It's a nightmare. You get it? Ha ha ha. It's pretty fun.
See me laughing? No.
I have to lighten it with levity because apparently I've given people nightmares before. But that seemed pretty tame. I don't know. I don't think that's...
Nice. I think that's like just being a good game master.
Would you say that nightmare is
Telling
tame,
nightmares.
Huh?
You'd say that nightmare was tame?
Yeah, it was pretty tame.
That's why he was writing it? Because it's a tame nightmare?
Oh!
Yeah.
Tame nightmare?
Yeah, Hernaz will turn and he'll say, "I saw," and he describes very carefully with measured words. Like it's obvious he's trying to be. He closes his eyes and he's trying to perfectly picture what he looks like, and describing it as accurately as he can.
As you focus on him, in your mind, you see him turn to face you.
Hernaz's eyes snap open and he levels the rifle up for a second as if he's expecting to be charged at.
You hear the charging footsteps for a second, but there's nothing there.
It's like it saw me when I thought of it. I was not comfortable. Lower the rifle again.
Yes, apparently the tree was being quite literal when he said that nightmares currently rule this land. At first I thought it was Black Knight, but that's a nightmare. And where there's one, there are many.
Don't think it saw me. I was able to sneak away from it in the tree line. Orcish blood, I suppose, is unfamiliar to the fair folk for a very long time.
Yeah, it's hard for you to imagine that thing's the same as an elf, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
I believe when we speak to the king, he'll tell us he sees these nightmares. They kept him from sleeping. There may be more around here somewhere.
Yes.
Is there any way to close this path? This crossing?
Yes, there is a way, but we must desecrate this place.
I think that would be wise. It seems like the matters of the Fey realm are truly worse than at least I expected.
So the tree is a gatekeeper. He can close the way.
It may be better to have the tree close this path that way when the time comes.
Otherwise, you'd have to, like,
People of
burn
Tourence-
this whole forest down.
If the people of Torrance
the
agree
orcish
to help
solution to the
us,
problem.
Or have, like,
Then-
a black midnight orgy or something.
they'll be able to use this glade as a pathway into the Fae to help us when the time comes. So let us ask the tree to close this.
It would
in lieu of destroying it.
It would be really funny if you all became, like, staunch Satan worshippers just to close this portal.
Oh man, do not tell the religious folk that we could just rip all the portals of the Fae apart and solve the problem. They will be on that so fast. Just
be
desecrating the beautiful places in the world.
Yeah.
Well, the orcish solution to the problem would be to set up an encampment here and kill whatever comes through that isn't supposed to come through.
That's what I was thinking too, but yeah, we could just have the tree close the door.
Yeah, that seems a little more friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we don't have
More
enough
our
orcs to make a
style.
proper camp.
Alright, so let's go out, find these nightmares, hunt them down, return them from whence they came, and then ask the tree if he would kindly hold the door for us in the meantime.
Does someone have a favorite animal?
Yeah. A big-ass white elk.
Yeah.
Does he have a favorite smaller animal?
A smaller animal.
Yeah.
I like tracking dogs.
Yeah, how about a sugar glider?
That works.
The hell's a sugar glider?
It's like a tiny flying squirrel thing. They're adorable.
Nice.
They're like the size of your pinky. Yeah.
You
look
know
it
what a
up.
sugar glider is? Yeah. Look
I
it
didn't
up.
know about those either. I'm definitely looking those up.
Yeah, look that up. Maybe that's
Oh, those things. I didn't
maybe
know
that's
what
a
they were
Texas
called.
thing. I don't know. But yeah, so a sugar glider will fly to you. And it'll look at you.
Lunch.
Yes, friend.
You hi Solon. I've been sent
Hello.
to aid you.
All right, we're happy to have any help we can.
Of course, the elves talking to food.
Who sent you?
The tree.
Ah, great. Great. Can you do us a favor? Could you speak to the tree for us? I hate to send you back and forth like a ping pong ball. However, we would like to have the tree try to close the gate so that we may take care of the nightmares without more spilling over our backs. And we'll open the gate in a few centuries or whenever the humans are ready to use it again, whenever they deserve to have the Fey realm open to them.
I believe he closed it behind me.
Well, great. Well, that saves you a trip back then, doesn't
Great
it?
minds and all.
Yes, trees are very smart. So
You can all hear it talking. It is not just him.
Oh, yeah. I said what I said.
Okay.
It's like, of course the elf talking to food. Of course he is. Because of course they can. Of course the food can talk. Why not?
Everyone, I wish to introduce you to Samuel the Sugar Glider.
Okay, you named it. Good.
Yes, Samuel and I have been friends for a long time now. It seems like, what, hundreds of years? 200-300 years?
I keep telling you, those are my ancestors.
Yes, that's right. Samuel the Sugar Gliders, it's a whole family of them. They're all quite pleasant, though.
Samuel V, at your service. He does a bow.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, Samuel V. There's like this look of shock kind of on Valor's face, like trying to process, because this is all new. to
Yeah,
her.
I felt like it was time to like give Solon more credence. Because he keeps getting treated like he's crazy, and I'm like, he's not crazy. People should. So here's the talking
No, I
squirrel
still
for
think
you,
he's
bud.
crazy. He's crazy friggin' elves.
Yeah, man.
Stay on your side of the border.
Yeah, so
There's
Build
something,
a wall. We tried that.
It's not the Feywild, it's the Feywall.
Yeah.
there's something wrong with your
Pernas gives
horse.
the little thing a look.
He looks at you and goes, "There's something wrong with your horse."
Excuse you.
It looks funny.
I'm an orc.
No, the horse.
Oh.
I wasn't gonna say anything about you.
Wise. It is soft-headed, I'm told. And deaf.
Huh. Imagine that. Well,
Imagine all that.
onward and upward. He'll go hide somewhere on your persons.
Right. So... Alright, how do we hunt a nightmare?
Go to sleep.
Sorry, what?
Go to
Go
sleep.
to sleep.
Yes, I think that should do.
Wouldn't it just kill us in our sleep?
Well, perhaps not if we're all there to fight it. That one did manifest in a physical form.
That is true. Either way, all of this strange magic has just makes me more affirmed in the power of Washali. I think she could reach our dreams if that was something you thought was possible. So
Well, I put you on the spot, Belor, but you are the human amongst the group, and I believe your dreams would be quite powerful after being exposed to all this magic. So you may be the best bait for the nightmare.
Hey, you guys ready to go?
It's usually my line there, Solwyn. I appreciate your orcish spirit.
And sometimes it's best to have no candor at all when talking about things of this complexity.
Well, the nature of this journey probably should have expected it.
Emilio will trot back up to you guys. Hey, did you guys find anything?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, it's getting dark. We should probably head back to the palace. We don't want our horses to twist a knee or something.
Hey, let us know if you see any riders out here on this field. Any poachers or anything that shouldn't be on this land. We need to know immediately if there are other people out here.
Yeah, I'll keep my ear to the ground.
Thank you. Remember, we're staying here on the land, so let us know very quickly.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Should we not be camping here, or do we need to do what we're gonna do at the castle?
I think they have rooms for you back home.
I look at Solwyn.
Creatures. The tree told us the creatures have left the glade. I don't know if they haunt this fringe area or if they haunt the castle. However, there are much more dreams to feed on at the castle than there are here in this glade. So if we let Emilio watch this field, hopefully if he sees riders, he'll let us know and we can keep a close eye on things inside the castle.
You want me to... He'll sigh. Fine.
You don't have to stay here or camp here. Just keep an eye from the stables. If you see riders, let us know.
Okay, good. Yeah, much better. I'll do that.
Okay, let's head back to the castle. And actually, we might be able to tell whatever passes for a guard around here or ranger to scout about and be on alert for poachers on dark horses.
You'll spread a general warning, a general alert to be on the watch. Gandolfo will give that warning authority. Like, I'll put some men on it. That's sure fine.
Sure
Yeah,
you will.
I'll actually tell him what we found and what we expect and what we think is going on. I think he'll only believe half of it, but he's actually somebody who needs to know.
It's true, mister. I saw it myself. And he'll be like, ah! he just pours his wine in a bush and like leaves.
Oh, I'm afraid you wasted very good wine. Oh, I've been drinking ale everywhere I go. That hurts to see you pour that much wine into a bush.
I don't know, bushes like wine.
They don't.
I mean, in his hysteria, he'll clap his hands and say, "Take care of our guests."
I have drank with trees, bushes, and shrubbery, and none of them prefer wine.
You would think so. I mean, they're made of the same thing, really. They're the berries of trees and vines and such. Though it's supposed to be like liking to drink blood, which that's very
lots
creepy.
and lots of water.
I mean, there's certain orcs that do, but you know, we don't talk about them.
Trees are fond of mushrooms as well.
It's very eye-opening.
The wine or the trees?
The horses will be put up and brushed down and taken care of. You will be led to your quarters. It's on the same floor that the king is. Do you prefer to stay together or separately?
Are the other two out of jail and staying somewhere here in a room together?
They'll be brought when the time is right.
All right. Yeah, I figured those two were probably in their own quarters, so Benyon and I probably have a quarters.
Okay. Yeah, you two, and then you can have your own quarters below.
That sounds great. Although I will try to pull Solwyn aside for a moment. Solwyn, I don't think that we as humans are really aware that our dreams are any more special than any other creatures. At least, well, not so much that they may actually be hunted in any real capacity.
Yes, I suppose it's hard to judge how powerful your dreams are if you have no one else's dreams to compare them to.
That is true. And what you said is right. It is typically our dreams that drive that human push. That being said, I have a favor to ask of you if it's something you can do.
Of course, I'll gladly do whatever is in my ability.
I need you to watch with some sense of guardianship my dreams, if that's again something you can manage in some capacity. I can't be in this group and allow my dreams to become corrupted, as we've seen happen to so many already.
I shall do my best. However, I say this with the utmost care. Your dreams could easily overpower an elven empire. I've told you how fast humans strike, and especially once they set their mind to something. However, I'll do my best to watch over you and make sure your dreams do not become weaponized.
Yes, well, it is enough to know that Washalia is with me, perhaps now more than I've ever known. To know that my dreams as a human are susceptible, especially now. I
We
feel
should
it is
hope that
appropriate. So.
your God guides your dreams in the right direction, for there have been many humans before you, and surely there will be many after, whose gods guide their dreams in very sour directions indeed.
Indeed, that is very true. I shall trust in what Shalia shows me, but I hear what you have to say.
It's
Please
okay,
go ahead,
Balor.
sir.
They don't tend to steal most human dreams. Usually they just eat them.
Wow, thank you for the insight.
No problem. Existential
that's-
dread. All right.
Farewell and good evening.
And you as well.
Yeah.
Do you have a library up in this piece?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna study instead of sleep.
Okay. You go.
Alright.
You go to this the library to study. Balor, do you check on the king?
Yes, I do check on the king and with the princess to see how things are.
Carnassa, I'm gonna let you know I'm going to the library too, so you don't just think I disappeared.
The princess is asleep in the chair. The king is also asleep.
In
There-
the chair.
And the room is very dark.
I'm actually going
There is
to
sleep on the chair.
I'm actually gonna nudge the princess awake. Hi. I'm sorry to wake you. Has he stirred at all from his sleep?
She will not wake.
Oh, she's not waking up.
She's not awake.
Wait, I'm gonna actually try to wake her up like a little more intentfully this time.
She's out cold.
She's not waking up at all.
It's like she's drugged or something. She's all floppy. You're like, ah.
Okay, cool.
Making it
All
burns.
right, I'm gonna like lay her down or put her in a more comfortable position, and then I'm actually going to try to gather the others.
As you put her in a more comfortable position, you can hear like heavy breath breathe right behind you in the shadows.
I'm going to clutch my chakram and turn.
There is a hulking black form just in the corner. The corner's not big enough for it to be standing in, but it seems to be melding in with the shadows. As it stands there, you see a creature that looks familiar to you. It is a large hulking form with like an ape-like body and a short trunk for a nose, curled horns. And he seems to be wearing some sort of strange helmet over his eyes. That you did not, that he didn't have, this creature did not have last time you saw one. But it looks like the Dream Thief from the town in the mountains. And it stands there in front of you. It's just looking at you and like sniffing you. It's breathing very like anxious and heavy, like it's trying to contain itself.
I say to the corner, the shadowed corner in general, clutching again, or still my chakram in my hand against my hip, I say, know this, creatures of nightmare. The dreams in this realm are not for you, and your time is limited and short.
From deep within the shadows, you'll hear laughter coming from a creature that is not this one. Then the room starts growing darker and darker. And as that's going on, that's where we're going to cut. 'Cause that's fun. I like that. It's good stuff.
Good times.
Yeah, nightmare creatures. I invented them. No one else.
Brand new.
Ugh, yeah, you
I
did
like
invent
it.
those, and I
That
almost pooped. Ugh.
My neck is tense.
I'm always glad when I give people reactions. So yeah,
Yeah,
thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for playing. I've been Jahanan. This has been Fantasy Age from Green Ronin Publishing. You can get your very own copy, Fantasy Age, over at greenroninstore.com. You can use checkout code FreshOutTheBox to get a discount and help us out. So yeah.
Fresh out the box. Not only can you save money with Fresh Out the Box, we get a little bit of Skrilla in our pocket back for our channel. That's good news for us. Helps you, helps us, everybody wins. Also, there's a podcast called Fresh Out the Podcast, so you're already going to remember Fresh Out the Box as your discount code. Now just forget the word box. Forget it. And now remember the word podcast, and then remember what you remembered before, which is Fresh Out the. And then now that you remember podcast and Fresh Out the, then you know the name of our show, Fresh Out the Podcast. There's a new episode every single Sunday. If you like tabletop role-playing games, that's me and Jahan every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's not Sunday at all. Sunday's the podcast, Fresh Out the Podcast. Thank you.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. You can find me at ElectricMetCHSR on Twitter, as well as under the name Corbinian on Twitch, where I do a variety video game plays and some tabletop role-playing games. And if you want to see when I'm streaming, check out both those places, either by following me on either of them, and you will know what I'm up to.
And me, Erin Bamier, also known as Erin Dippity Doo on Twitter especially, and as Erin Dippity with 2 Ys. I am working on New Avarn with Adventure Slaying Productions, so you should also follow Adventure Slaying on Twitter to know what's going on with that. We got some actual plays coming up, some more play testing for the New Avarn beta version. We got a new quick start at the edge of release, and I'm just really excited to share it all. So go pop over there and check it out as well.
And I'm excited to read it. So thank you everyone once again. Stay fresh.